Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly June message for all of the Aries out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Aries out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Without further ado, Aries, let's go ahead and get right into your monthly message. All right, Aries, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Aries this month? Whoa, Aries. You guys are popping out like crazy. Okay, so we are starting out with the Strength card. This is beautiful. This actually means that you guys are going to be really pushing very strong. We also have Emperor energy, so I feel like this is going to be very representative of you taking the lead this month. So whatever's going on, I really feel that you're going to have to push forward, really allow your strengths to show, and be very strategic, intellectual, and really allow yourself to be seen the way that you know where you shine here. One thing I love about the Strength card is that it often wants us to really understand here, Aries, that we need to focus in the areas that we're the strongest, right? Like, understand that if you have a specific weakness, don't draw attention to it. Really focus on the areas that you are the strongest. Understanding that sometimes this means that you're going to have to sort of delegate, right? Delegate some specific tasks of other individuals within your circle or that you are currently working with that will help you work on the areas that you tend to struggle in, okay? I really feel that's ultimately what it's saying here. You're needing to sort of take the lead. And the Strength card in this particular position is really wanting you to understand that you cannot be the expert in everything. There are certain areas in your life and in your career that you ultimately will have to sort of ask for the assistance or ask for the help. Don't allow that pride to sort of step forward and say, well, I'm the expert in everything and I know exactly what it is I'm doing, because that might actually set you up for potential conflicts, failure, that kind of thing. So ultimately, understand that when it comes to certain things that are involved in your finances, in your career, in your relationships. And I want to say this is primarily relationships because the heart of your reading is the 6 of Cups. So I just want you to really point out here that I really want you to focus on the fact that you need to allow you need to learn to be a little bit on the softer side when it comes to like your weaknesses, and also understand, like, I'm getting so many messages here, so just pardon me as I sit and try to fumble through everything that's sort of coming through here, Aries. It's almost like what they're really wanting to focus on here. So, you know, as we're starting off with the Strength card, okay, where you currently are, it's almost like you present yourself in a way that you're very fierce, you're very knowledgeable, you're very strong, you're very capable. And there's nothing here to say that you are not those things. You totally are here, Aries. But you need to also sort of allow that softer, tamer side of yourself to sort of come forward, and remember that sometimes you do need the help. This isn't about trying to be the best at everything. And it's not a competition to try to out-know or have all of this knowledge that's better than everybody else. And I'm not saying that that's what you're trying to do, but I feel that you have a tendency here to utilize that's your crutch, right? Like I feel that sometimes you're very stubborn and set in your ways here, Aries, and you want to take care of everything, and it's very hard for you to delegate when you need to, and that is your crutch. That is what could potentially set you up for failure. Understanding that you cannot be the be-all, end-all for everything. You have to trust other individuals to help you build this empire or this career or this business that you are trying to build and have for yourself here. So it's really about learning to embrace your strengths and your weaknesses, but finding that balance and harmony between them. So what is your theme? Emperor energy. Okay, this is your card here, Aries. The Emperor card is Aries energy, and it's really about taking authority, taking charge, being the leader. And I really feel that this is what is going to transpire for you this month. You're going to have a lot of things that are going to sort of come at you. And I feel that the one place that you might be a little challenged in is relationships, because I feel like or maybe this is about old beliefs or old concepts that you have from the past, right? This could be family. Like maybe family, really tries to impede on your actions in some form or fashion. And so you need to sort of take charge. Understand that you're the only one that gets to decide where your energy goes when it comes to relationships, finances, your career, your business, all of that. And so I want to point out that Emperor energy is really that strong authority figure. So really look at what are the beliefs and what are the perceptions that you have in relation to authority figures? Like, do you feel that you look down on authority figures? Are you your own authority figure? Are there some tendencies that or some behaviors that you tend to bring on as an authority figure that sort of doesn't sit right with you? Like, I really feel that's what's really coming forward. And so you're really needing to find that balance, right? Understanding that you can be both the authority figure, but also be that companion that says, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and that's why I need the help, right? Now, what are you accomplishing? Two of Wands. So this definitely tells me that you're moving in a very different direction. So for some of you, this could be a new career. A lot of you, this could be travel. You guys are going to be traveling, maybe going abroad. I just ultimately what I feel for you here, Aries, is that you're wanting to change things up. It's almost like the routine has gotten kind of stale. It's gotten kind of bored. And so now you're wanting something different. And understand that when you're wanting this specific kind of change, you're going to have to take action steps towards that. Wand energy is all about action steps. It's all about what are the steps that I need to take in order for me to be able to accomplish or to see the results that I'm wanting to see with A, B, C, D, E, X, D, right? It's that kind of thing. And I really feel that that's what you're accomplishing. I feel like a lot of you are sort of planning for the future already. Like a lot of you have this great vision in your mind where you already see yourself. And I want to point out that that's a great thing. It's a great thing for you to sort of visualize and have that, clear, to be very clear mentally about what it is that you're desiring, but also understand you need to sort of take that big vision and you need to break it down into steps. That is how you're going to see the results that you're wanting to see. You have to be able to break it down. Look at it in big goals and then take those big goals and then narrow them down into smaller goals and then smaller steps. Does that make sense? That's what I feel that's what's going to transpire. And you might actually need to get some assistance from someone that's outside of the situation that can help you see it from a very different perspective. Okay. Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay. You have a Tower here in the reverse position. Now, this really tells me that this can go one of two ways. You can either choose to see whatever change that transpires here as an opportunity for growth, or you can choose to ignore whatever comes up throughout this month and say, and be completely oblivious to it. One of the things about the Tower is that it's change. And sometimes it's change that we ultimately don't really want to see, right? And with the Tower, it's really about understanding that it's sort of like needing to see the light through the chaos, right? Like when things get very complicated and, okay, I'm going to use this as an example because I keep hearing it in my head. If you're the type of person here, Aries, that you're going along your day and everything seems to be going right, and then all of a sudden you have this one thing that doesn't go right, right? And in that moment, you're like, oh, what's next? Like if you're that type of person that says, what else could go wrong? What's next? Then you're automatically seeping into that negative energy and you're choosing to not see the reality or see the reasoning behind those specific situations, right? The Tower, when you look at it in the traditional tarot, lightning strikes the top of the tower and the tower becomes full on fire, becomes ablaze, right? There is one person that is literally thrown out of the tower and one that has chosen to willingly jump from the tower. Which person are you? Are you the one person that needs to be completely blown out and thrown out of any situation or circumstance because you refuse to see it clearly and refuse to accept it for what it is? Or are you the person that says, you know what? I understand the situation, but I'm not going to stay here any longer. I'm going to willingly choose to jump from this situation if I want to save my life. That is what this Tower is representing. So what you're needing to avoid here, and especially because it's reversed, you're needing to avoid turning a blind eye to how things are and what things are. It's almost like that whole message of you need to see things for what they are. It is what it is. Like you can't change how things transpire. You just have to accept them for what they are. And I feel that's what you need to avoid, because I feel like sometimes, Aries, and I'm not saying this is for all of you, I just feel like this is for some of you, you need to see things for what they are. Like that is what you need to do. Now, what do you need to embrace? You have the Six of Cups here. So this is really about embracing the relationships that you have around you. Coming to a very mutual and loving and compassionate understanding way with these relationships. This is also represents like family. It represents how we grew up and the things and the perceptions and the beliefs that we might have developed when we were a lot younger, right? I feel like when we are a lot younger and we go through certain experiences, we don't have the knowledge or the understanding or the mental capacity to understand why those things transpired the way that they did, right? Like when we're in the midst of total chaos and total going through something in the nitty gritty, we don't have that full sense of clarity because we're so wrapped up in it emotionally. And I feel that if you were to sit back and look at an experience or a particular relationship in your life, the way that you perceived it back then is going to be completely different than the way that you perceive it now, right? Because now you're a lot more grown. You have that knowledge and you have a better, deeper understanding of what transpired. And now it's like you also bring into this compassion and understanding where you can see that, you know, these are the things that I need to embrace. I'm going to tell you here, Aries, that I feel that one of the hardest things for individuals to do is to accept the painful aspects of their past. And I'm not saying that that's what this is, but I just want to sort of throw this in there because I feel like a lot of times having to accept our past the way that it was, not wishing for it to be different, not wishing that things could have, you know, we could have had different people in our lives or different situations could have occurred. No, it's just accepting it for what it is. and understanding that it transpired that way and what are the benefits that you have gained from having gone through that specific experience or relationship, right? It's looking at, that's what you need to embrace here. You need to see things from a very loving and compassionate way this month. Look at all of your relationships in a very loving way. Now, what is the obstacle? I feel that your obstacle here is going to be consistency because you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Aries, you strike me as a type of person, because I keep seeing this in my mind's eye, is that you start on one thing and then you easily become bored, and then you start remembering that there's something else that you need to do, and so you easily veer off and you start doing something else. So you're never truly focusing 110% on one thing at a time. You're doing multiple things at once. And the thing here is that the obstacle is going to be that consistency, that consistent effort that you put towards achieving the goals and the tasks that you've set for yourself. This is the reason why, with what you're accomplishing with this Two of Wands, I said you might need to ask someone for help, whether this is hiring an organizational coach, whether it's hiring a life coach, whether it's hiring a business coach, whatever it might be. You're going to need the assistance here, right? Because clearly you have to be able to see what your weaknesses are and understand that there are certain areas in your life or in your business or whatever it is that you are not the strongest in. And so that is where you need to delegate those specific tasks to someone else that is strong in those particular aspects, that can handle that. And this is the reason why I feel that your obstacle is about the consistency. The Knight of Pentacles, now here's the thing. I feel a lot of times, a lot of us live in this world right now where we want instant gratification and we want it quickly here, Aries. And I feel that for you, this is understanding that every day when you do one thing that is consistent towards whatever goal it is you have set for yourself, eventually, down the line, you will see the rewards. You will reap the rewards of that consistent effort. So your obstacle is just being consistent with your efforts towards your goals, your tasks, whatever it might be. Now, what is the support that you have? You have King of Wands energy. This is very inspired, very confident energy. And I feel that you are driven by this energy. The King of Wands is a very driven energy that literally puts forth all of his effort into building something and communicates that efficiently and effectively. And so this is your support. I feel that you have this very strong desire to create, whether this is a new career, building a business, working with other individuals, whatever it might be here, Aries. For many of you, it's many different things. So just take what resonates out of this and sort of put it into your life somehow, how it fits. Understand that you're very deeply inspired about something and you're wanting to take immediate action. And so it's going to be important for you to recognize, again, figure out, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I need assistance on? How do I delegate this information, my weaknesses to someone that could better help me? One of the key things with the King of Wands is basically communicating effectively with other individuals to help him build his own empire, right? This is about you being an entrepreneur, stepping into your power with this Emperor energy, right? And being the authority figure, right? You have to take authority. You have to be the leader of your own life. And you have to basically state, you know what? I'm not the biggest king in the castle. I'm not the strongest. My strong suit is XYZ. I'm sort of really suck at, this or this. And that's where I feel you really need to go. Like if you're wanting to see some sort of accomplishment this month, this is the action steps that you need to take. Now, speaking of action steps, your action this month is the Two of Pentacles. This is about finding balance. Again, this is about not trying to do everything. And I think that's where you struggle. This is why I feel, Aries, you don't feel like you accomplish anything, because you are trying to do everything, be everyone to everyone, and do everything to accommodate. And this is not how you get things accomplished. Your action this month is finding the balance, right? Understanding, where am I going to focus my energy and where do I need to sort of not focus my energy, right? Because if you're wanting to be consistent, if you're wanting to see results, if you're wanting to build for your future, then where are you going to focus your energy? You cannot focus your energy in 50 different spots and expect to see consistent effort and work. That's just how it goes. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement? Okay, you have both the Chariot here with the Page of Pentacles, and they came out together. So what does this tell me here as your advice? I feel your advice is that you are going to be very successful. Do not worry that you aren't going to move in the direction that you want to go. The Chariot tells me that you have this strong desire and will to move towards victory and success, and you will have it. But with the Page of Pentacles, what it's saying is that all of these inspirations that you have, you now need to sort of bring them down from your imagination and get them rooted into the physical, which means taking action. What are the action steps that you need to take in order to start seeing the results of what you are trying to create or build or bring into this reality? So Aries, this is your message this month. Let's go ahead and dive into an additional card to see what additional information Spirit has for you this month. What additional information and insight can you offer Aries this month, Spirit? What additional information and insight can you offer Aries this month? What additional information and insight can you offer Aries this month? Ooh, all right, you got several of them here. I just need one, Spirit. Just one card for Aries. Beautiful. All right. Oh, I love this. Number 7, a deep breath. Okay, let's read what the book has to say. I really feel that what this is saying is, because I'm going to tell you honestly, one of the visions I kept getting in my mind here, Aries, was that, again, you were running around like a chicken with its head cut off. You were trying to do so many different things, and it was almost like you just felt like you weren't really getting anywhere. It's almost like being on a treadmill and not really getting to a specific destination. And I feel it's because you need to sort of take a step back, really evaluate and figure out, where are you going to focus your energy? All right, number 7, a deep breath. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed toward genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protect yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, the fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust and accepting the discomfort of the new is called for as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well. But know that all will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now and causing fear based on anticipated hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it when it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid, acting out, and causing all this unnecessary commotion? You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do. Aries, this is an absolutely beautiful message, and I believe that it does actually fit in very nicely with your tarot cards. We talked a lot about your strengths, right? Really focusing in on your strengths. And I want to point something out here. Your cards diagonally here with the Strength card, the Six of Cups, the Chariot with the Page of Pentacles. The heart of your reading is truly about seeing through the eyes of love and learning to be compassionate in all areas of your life. Learning to see things for what they are, accepting them for what they are, understanding. And remember what I said with the Tower. The Tower was really about allowing yourself to see the light through the chaos. So Aries, I hope that you enjoyed this message. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.